want to know some questions, okay? Because you see, they're members of of tribes, but they were members of the Ho-Chunk, Nebraska, and Iowa tribe. So they're subject to Tribal Jurisdiction Bureau of Indian Affairs and things. So you see, I don't have a tribal status. You see, my relatives claim me though, and that I was not involved, that I was going about my business, serving my country in the military and educating myself, and as a spotless caregiver. So now, basically, I'm not understanding. Okay, so you're under tribal jurisdiction as actual citizens, and you're coming to other tribes, and you're involving the community and tribal officials, police and things, and government, and not just tribal family members. Your felony incest, drug use and manufacture, etc. Your tribals are coming and making demands, setting up facilities, launching assaults, and attacking others. And you see, my husband does have tribal status as White Mountain Apache, Daniel Armbanks, and he is their prisoner. So by their occupying and possessing, they can launch assaults, and even though they are armed robbers and various things, they are tribals, and so they have a tribal license to visit their crimes on all of us, and to have so-called tribal cunt husbandships, to make declarations, to seize our persons using tribal and other authorities to direct actions. So now, and that's what I'm not understanding, is how did you come to know about me? To be so obsessed with me and everything, and to be allowed to have my husband's child, and Lane McGraw and all the rest of you, with your degeneracy, and doing cocaine and other drugs with my cousins and supplying them federal drug operations in an official capacity that allow you to sexually abuse, to take children, and cunt husbandship, and at Head Start, the school, the community, with Ho-Chunk and local law enforcement. When you came here, and you were playing, with Harry and all the rest of them who were government, and our government family members assigned us representatives. So you're supposed to be controlled and everything, and here you are freely strong-arm robbing. Here you are freely captive taking and making demands at the school for pedophilia, and to make sexual assault native children for your trafficking. That in your official capacity, you, Arnold, and the rest. You, Scotty Walker, and them, remember the Wisconsin-Iowa border, Nebraska and Iowa Ho-Chunk faction? Well, you're a government now, because you're occupying. And so why isn't Bureau of Indian Affairs? I don't have a tribal status, so they shouldn't be doing that, or coming onto the VA or other reserves and intruding on my marriage for your contracts to sexually abuse me. As far as I know, there's no tribal contract for cunt husband bigamist marriages outside of your own, or that you can deprive a legitimate marriage and to deprive my son of his home and family, to sexually assault him, and to be fighting in court to have the right to sexually assault him, out and ignoring representatives that tribes assigned to us, that are tribal government, that you are not. You are tribal convicted criminals and military tribal drug traffickers, and tribal Sinaloa cartel. And so I was showing Larry and Dwayne and their Caravello and Caravello's armed robbery and all your other patterns that you're visiting on us in your official capacity, and forcingly involving our children, and using law enforcement for your boys and girls coke and heroin, your government representatives for drugs, actual agents. So that gives you the right to sexually abuse and things, and through the VA too. Your immunity to be cunt husbands and to determine, and there's Arnold fawning over your Wyandotte rape child that your Ho-Chunk Smith sexually assaulted my husband's son in your captivity at the trailer court. There's your service-based relationships, social services. There you are with Amaya too. Yeah, Dave, I'm so sure that Amaya wanted to have her mother thrown in jail for April's and your crimes say so as representatives, and be hauled around, sexually abused and die of April's drugs at age 3. And there's the cops and others who try to save the officials, and there you are drumming them out, threatening their families. Yeah, there you go, Dave Thundercloud. And there's Summer and Roxanne's of meth, and taking Ashley Amethyst Funmaker, and her small children captive, forcibly demanding to set up a meth house in Eau Claire and La Crosse and things. And that's your contracts. Your building, your psych contracts, your healthcare contracts. Too, that you have government contracts that, so you have access to our homes and everything else, can blow us up, can threaten us at our homes and that, and commit crimes on our domiciles and that. You can stalk us and call it work and things and deploy SWATs and police.